Hi guys, welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. And for today, I'll be showing you one of the skills that I have. Such a simple skill. Actually, you just do it at the comfort of your home. When you're too nickel, comfortably. And that is knitting. So today, I will teach you guys how to knit. And because it's a Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to every mother out there. I am also a mom, yes. My son is actually 1 year, 6 months, and 2 weeks. Yeah, that's how keen I am on the years. But anyway, so today we're going to do something knitting. Um, so it's very easy actually, and it is quite actually people knit as a way of relaxing their mind, as a way of unwinding whatever they've been holding, and just, or maybe if you need to think about something, it can be a good way to pass time actually. Like a stress reliever also. And also the end product is really nice. As you can see, I have a sample, just a little bit, and also it comes with different patterns. So I know most of you have seen people posting knitting works that they have done. These days, girls do bras and bikinis actually, and also there's the skirts, scarves, sweaters. I have a sweater for my son, I'll be showing you guys. But for today, let's just get to the basics of it. And as I knit, now a story. So stay tuned for more. So you will need a thread, obviously, and then you can choose. There are two knitting needles. There's the one that is thicker than the other. So depending on the pattern that you want to create, and also depending on your comfortability, a lot of people prefer different sizes. Yes, we all love different things, different sizes. You get it? But anyway, just choose whichever you want, whichever you feel comfortable with. So for me, I'll just do with a thick one. Yes. So we'll begin. So to start off, just take the end, one of the ends, and then tie a very small knot that is actually that will tie around your needle. So just do this. You tie. Don't isikuwe kubwa sana. Usikaze pia. So you put your thread and the needle, you put it inside, and then now fungililie. Get. So once you've done this, there's a way that people hold the needle, I mean the thread, such a way that as you continue to knit, inasonga vizuri. You get. So you just put it around your index finger. Then you can tie it twice, then hold this ndo isitokane. You hold by the knots. Yeah. So ukishashikilia this, unaona sasa kasi inataka kutoka. So you tie it well, and then you hold this hapa, and now nimeshika. Unaona? You get. So you first of all unachukua tu, like you take a little bit of it, then you take it inside the hole such that you're taking out the needle from the thread. You get. So now there are two knots, then you take it again and pull, take and pull, you take and pull, take, just pull it out, take and pull. So this way, you see, we are making like the foundation of whatever we want to make. So you take, pull, and then make sure it's not too loose, so that you can make something that is well knit together. So as you take and pull, it makes like a string. You see, ni kama tu kushuka. So take and pull, take, pull, take, pull. You see guys, you just take, pull, just a minute. Yeah, take, pull, take, pull, take, pull, take, pull. You see? So and then you still hold this, take again, pull it out of the 2 holes, as you can see. So we're going to do this. You take and then you put it inside one of the small holes. It's a bit tricky, but we will do this. You put it and then you take, pull out. Now you have 3. When you have 3, take again, pull it out of the 2, because we want to make a pattern here, and then you're left with 2. And then you take again, pull it out of the 2 that are left, and you're left with 1. I don't know whether you guys have gotten it. So when you have 1, this is a pattern that I'm making. This is what I usually do. You take the thread and then you put it inside one of the holes, take the piece of thread, you have 3. And then you take again, then you pull it out of 2 of the 3, you're left with 2, take again, pull, you're left with 1. So when you do this a couple of times, when you do this a couple of times, like this, left with 2, take out 1, take again, take it in, pull, you're left with 3, take, left with 2, and then you take again, pull, left with 1. So you see you're making a pattern, kuna shimo tatu. So it depends on what you want to do. If you want it, for me it's neatly spaced out, but if you want it to be like this, you also have to be accurate on the holes that you're putting it in. So I'll be kneading and then we will see the end product. So as we knead, I will be telling you a story. I'll just because it's Mother's Day, maybe I should do a motherhood special. I know many people really don't know I am a mom, and most people that I tell I am a mom actually don't believe it until maybe I show them like the bump pic, and then that's when they're like, "Guy, ulipata mtoto lini? Oh my gosh, you still look young and what not and whatever." Well, yeah, I am a mom, guys, and for me it has been an amazing journey. So what I can advise young girls who get pregnant early is be mindful of who you surround yourself with. Like for me, at the time when I got pregnant, I used to work at KFC, Wayaki Way, and I'll be honest, I was scared. I was scared to death because you just sit down and start imagining your flat tummy will now start becoming big, and you're like, oh my gosh, guy, like carrying another human being inside of you, it seems crazy. Honestly, it did at the time. So luckily the people that I surrounded myself with had been mothers and some had been fathers, and I actually remember one of my team leader, he was called Casper, and he had just become a dad, and my god, that guy used to come to work so happy that he's waking up in the morning and just saying hi to his baby. So he felt proud that he was a dad. And then telling him how I was scared and how I really didn't want to do it at this time and at this age that I was even in school, because I was in second year at the time. So he used to be like, no, just take it, as in if God decided that you could harbor a little being inside of you, trust his timing. So at that time I used to pray a lot. So I decided to do it, just do it afraid, do it scared. But in life, do things scared, do them afraid, you never know the outcome. So I decided to do it like that. So I did it scared. I used to cry. My sister can attest to that. I used to cry so much to a time that she told me I'll miscarriage, and that is when I decided, you know what, I'll just stop, because this human being is depending on me, on its health, its wellness, and it expects that it will get like a conducive environment. So I had to do to better myself. So that is what I decided to do. And from that day onward, I can say that things changed for me, and life became so beautiful. You wake up in the morning and you say hi to your little someone, you eat well. But let's talk about the cravings. Oh god. Ooh. Okay, they're a little bit crazy. And because I remember there's a time I literally felt like beating someone up because of milk, and I really loved milk, honestly. So I don't know, they're crazy, but if you try to moderate them, they will really help. And then what can I say, uh, pregnancy is all about being in co-creation with God. It's a time where God is at work in you. You never really know what He is doing, but you're trusting that whatever He is doing will all be for His glory. So I used to pray a lot. There's this app, it was called the Pregnancy Prayer app. So that app actually, it gives you like a daily development of your baby for those people who don't know. Because like for me, I was so naive, I'd say that. I really didn't know. Like for example, when my baby started kicking, you know, when they start kicking, it's like a rumble, like nika minyo. Your stomach just does rrrr, and you're wondering what's that. Because for me, I remember when my son started kicking, I actually called my mom. Nikamwambia, guy mom, minyo zinalia. And at that time, you know, huwezi kunywa dawa ya minyo, you might miscarriage. So my mom is laughing, and being like, oh my god, young lady, that's the baby kicking. That is how they start. So I was like, oh wow. As in, the feeling was great. And then now as they continue to develop, and now you feel them actually kicking and playing, and it's a beautiful experience, honestly. And I had people who used to take care of me. People at work would be mindful of me, not doing extra work, you know, like tiresome. Like I had to take care of your back. By the way, when you're pregnant, take care of your back, because you will need it when the time comes. Um, Take long walks. They used to also help me watch what I am eating, and there are also mothers who used to mentor me when the baby comes. Do this, don't do this. When you feel this, just do this. So find people to mentor you, because honestly, it can be really confusing. You don't really know what to do. And also be mindful of products. There are products you can't consume when you're pregnant. There are products that actually are written not for consumption, as in they're not good for pregnant or lactating mothers. So be mindful, be watchful, because that baby is depending on you. Again, when the time comes, now that was the most confusing part for me. I think I don't know why it's usually like this, and I think hospitals should tell people what to expect, because when the baby is arriving, there's that fear that women have. First, let us talk about the false labor. That thing is painful. Like I thought cramps were painful, but false labor, guys, guys. Anyway, we overcame. But that time it's usually confusing, because like for me, my son was supposed to come on the 21st. So 21st inafika and nothing. So what I did was I went to the hospital, like for just a checkup, to know why mbona hajakuja, you know, because honestly it comes to a point you get tired of carrying that human being. Like they're heavy. Like me, my son was like what, 3.6 kgs. So walking around with him, and I used to be so active, so kufanya vitu na yeye, to a point you just get tired and you're like, I come out already, you know. So finally he came, and after he came, he was the most peaceful baby. Oh god, I miss those days. Like my mom would sometimes say, hatuwezi sema uko na mtoto kwa hii nyumba, because one thing, he will sleep for hours. Unaweza enda soko, you come back, you wash the dishes, cook, and the guy is still asleep. To a point you had to go, nilikuwa nafanya hivi, naenda naeka kidole hapa kwa mapua just to check he's still breathing, honestly, because you wonder how. And then they sleep so peacefully, like mkato amenyamaza, he just closes his eyes and you're wondering, kai, when you actually get to understand how people say I slept like a baby, ile nye unalala unajisahau kabisa, you just sleep. That is how babies sleep. They're so peaceful. So my motherhood journey, for me, it has been like a process of learning and unlearning. And fortunately, I went back home, because when I got pregnant, I used to stay with my sister. So while giving birth, I developed some complications because of false medical procedures, but I was fortunate enough to have my mother by my side. So happy Mother's Day to you, Mom. I celebrate you. She used to help me a lot, because what happened was the medical procedure that the doctors rather did on me had an effect on my brain. So one, I will forget stuff, or I actually never even knew my baby at first until now my memory started coming back and I got to know, I had the baby. So at that time, my mom used to help me a lot, so I got to learn. But before that, I had helped my mom, I had learned from my mom when she had my little brother, so I wasn't that naive when it came to taking care of the baby or nursing or breastfeeding. I knew these things, so I was better off. So you watch them grow, and my god, babies grow so fast, so fast. Although there are sometimes you really don't understand why teething has to make the baby diarrhea, or can't it be just peaceful? Although it is peaceful for some baby, but babies are different, the way we are all different. So guys, this is like my first chapter. It's not that well thoroughly done, but it should be something like this. I think nijunaongea sana I'm not concentrating sana, but iko sawa, mostly if you're making like a poncho or something. So tunaendelea tu, this is just like a sketch. So once you are done, like I am done on this end, just up here you will notice that it makes another thread with holes. So once you start kneading while putting it inside those holes, it will now continue with the pattern. So like now, I just take the thread, put it in one of the holes, take out, I have 3, and then I take again, take it out, get 2, put again, then take it out, I have 1. Kibaki na moja sa chukua, then go to the next hole. You see? But like a next hole. Then you will have 3, take, put it inside, 2, take, put it inside, 1, take again, put it inside, take, hivo, then hivo. It's that easy actually, guys. So as I was saying, motherhood is a beautiful journey. It's such a priceless moment for any lady. It's stressing, honestly it is, and that is why you find some people have postpartum depression, maybe because they concentrate too much on the baby and they don't focus on themselves, as in they don't take care of themselves. So like sometimes if you find yourself overwhelmed, this is an advice to moms. If you find yourself overwhelmed, take a step back. your baby won't die, by the way. Just take a book, leave the baby with someone, maybe with a dad, or with a trusted maid, or someone to help you take care of the baby. Go read a book, go have coffee, go meet up with friends, just unwind. Don't let it overwhelm you, because when people fall into depression, they really don't know until now it's too late, you see. So I don't let it overwhelm you. I know some babies I know friends who tell me, aki mtoto wangu alikuwa analia, unazima tu hivi stima usiku, and then the crying starts, she doesn't sleep. So inafika point she doesn't even understand, because one, she's fed the baby, amembab, amechange diaper, amefanya nini, and the baby is still crying. Like, she never really used to understand what used to go on. But just know how to control your baby, because one thing my mom always told me is babies are very intelligent. They're like little angels, but they can really mess you up, mostly when it comes to attention seeking, or the babies wanataka wameshinda wameshikwa, or the baby sleeps in your arms and then ukienda tu kumweka chini, you just hear nye, nye, or something. So know how to be smart. Yes, be smart. That is actually the word. Be smart about it. Be wise. Yes, motherhood it presents opportunities for wisdom. So, and then there are a lot of stigma around motherhood and how to do it. So maybe, like for me, I used to stay with my mom when I had my child. So once you do something, like sometimes you just want to hold your baby, like you just feel like you just want to hold them, watch them sleep. Like for me sometimes, sijui hii mapenzi inatokanga wapi, but anaweza lala kwa mikono yangu for a whole hour, nimemshikilia tu hivi, and I want to, because I feel good. It makes me feel good. And then my mom is there like, mzoeshe tu mkono, nini. As in, sometimes if it makes you feel good, it's nice. Yes, it is nice. But yeah, that's your baby. It's for you to decide, but moderate some stuff. Sometimes mapenzi inaweza kupeleka. So guys, I tie hapa. Let me just try. Yeah. So again, on motherhood, I'd say this: being a mom isn't the end of life. It's actually the beginning of life. It's the same as being 40. You hit 40, and that is when life actually begins. So being a mom, most people think sasa mtoto amekuja kunikazia life. No, like for me, I really concur with that, because since I've become a mom, it's really changed me. It's changed my perspective about life, and I became an overall responsible person because of it. Like, you even see, like, your thought processes are not the same as when you were, just you. Because right now, your life has a meaning. You have a purpose in whatever you do, mostly in terms of career choice and basically just building your future. You now have to factor in this little person, and it all just rounds up to them. So when you're a mom, this is actually something you can do. You can knit for money. You can do online jobs. You can look for, if you're not, that is, if you're comfortable with going out, if you have a trusted maid or someone you can trust your baby with, you can look for jobs. By the way, they're out there. Don't suffer alone. If you're lucky to have your partner with you, that is, just do your best in whatever you do. Being a mom doesn't mean it's the end of your life. No, it doesn't mean it's the end of your personal growth. It's actually the beginning. It's like a stepping stone, actually. So use it. Use that grace, the grace that it comes with. you know, like it's true, kila mtoto hukuja na sahani yake. Actually there's a grace that comes with having a baby. You never lack. True of God. Like for me, there's a time like I never used to have a side hustle or a job, but you survive, and the surviving that you're surviving, it's only God who knows. Like sometimes you'll just find someone anasema kai mimi nakuja kuona mtoto, and they come with so much and you're like, wow, how do you know I needed this? How did you know I needed this? And they're like, no, I just thought about you and said acha tu ni kuje, you know. So it's not the end. Just make sure when the baby comes, they never lack the love that they need, because babies do need it. They need that love to learn how to interact with people and also become a better person themselves. So yeah guys, I am still knitting. At least sasa hii inakaa neater than the small one. So yeah, I think that's the end of my story. I'd say I love the woman that I am right now, and I couldn't trade being a mother for anything in the world. It's the best. So kwa mwenye anataka kushona something like this, I gave you the more Kenya. So once the more you practice, the better you become at it. So yeah guys, this is my skill. For a mother, mtoto akilala, just do this. Just it's a very good way of thinking about things, arranging things in your mind. Hata ukiwa kwa matatu, kuna traffic, na utaki kuchat, sometimes social media can be just, you know, just take a needle and a thread, and they actually fit in the handbag. You know, just kunja, and it's this small. You can have the smaller size but yeah guys, we have to learn these things, you know. Yeah, so that's it for today. We'll see you next episode. Yeah, bye guys.